Hi guys, today is another day, another discussion with 𝗲𝗏𝗀𝗁, and I want to talk about this concept of oneness, but also from the perspective of why we're so unique and the purpose of life. I was doing some writing this morning in my little spiritual notebook. It's called Go With The Flow, and this is what I do automatic writing. And so how this works is I set an intention or I write down a question and then I start writing without thinking too much, and I receive, what I call guidance or answers to my questions. So it's a great way if you want to brainstorm different things, ideas, or you just want, to get in that zone of just letting things flow. And sometimes we overthink ideas, sometimes we get so stuck, but if we just set an intention and start writing about it, after a while you will come up with things that are quite useful and that you didn't expect. And today I didn't expect to have a conversation about oneness and about how unique we are and what our purpose on earth is. So I originally asked for ideas for something I'm preparing with my two spiritual friends, and I'm super excited, and I will talk about this later, but we are working on something big where we want to I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, so we're planning something for you guys and we want to give a lot of value, so we're working on that. But that was my intention of, thinking up a name for our, let's say, event. I won't say anymore. And then this kind of new energy came through, this kind of new way of wording things. So sometimes when I'm writing, I get this different tone comes through. I call it new energy, or sometimes I will say it's a new entity. So for the spiritual people, you will understand when your spirit guides are talking to you. So I received some messages and I realized that I'm, having a conversation here, you could say, with my higher self. And one of the things that was said was this whole idea of oneness and our mission on earth. And so it was a message for humanity. So I'm going to put it into this video as well, but I did post on, I have a post coming out in a few days. We are here. In a way, we are, if you believe in reincarnation, then we are souls coming into earth to live a temporary human experience. And we're here to express ourselves, because in a sense we are already, we came from the source. We came from the universe. So other people might call it God, right? So I like to say universe. Source also kind of feels right for me. I don't like using God so much because it feels like sometimes we portray God as something outside of us, that we're in a way our savior. And I believe that God is within us, like the source is within us. We are the source. And so that was the message that was coming through, is just a reminder that we are already whole and complete, and we have the power and the guidance within ourselves already, and that it is our job to express ourselves. Because if we're thinking about the bigger picture here, then the bigger picture is everything around us, right? Everything, the trees, the grass, the planets, the moon, the river, everything, right? Human beings, dogs, cats, animals, we are all part of the whole. And so in a sense, we all started with the atoms. We are energy. Everything is energy. And so if we believe that we are part of the whole, then you might lose that kind of like, well, if everything is me, then what's the point? But the point is, we are all a piece of that big thing. So if you're looking at like a puzzle, then each of us, every human being, is a piece of this bigger puzzle, or a thread in the tapestry. And our purpose is to express ourselves and experience in the present moment, right? So we are here to do exactly that, and that is the purpose. And so we might, sometimes people get lost and they're like, what is my purpose on earth? There are many reasons why you are here. And there are so many, like, you are here, your soul chose to be here on this specific earth right now to experience different things, to have different lessons, to, engage with people. But really, it's all about being. It's all about being in the present moment to express ourselves. And that is it. That is literally it. And so if you ever feel like you are not, like you're lost or alone, you never really are alone, because everything here is part of you and you are part of that. And without you, there is a missing piece, right? If you have a puzzle and there's one missing piece, you can't put it together. You can't create the bigger picture. Right? So in terms of, let's say, living on earth, because also there is life after death, where we are also souls. We are then in a light body. So we are not in the physical anymore. So actually life goes on. So we never actually disappear. We never disappear, and we're never gone. But it is our ego, our human ego, that is like, what's the point? Why am I here? And it really is just to express ourselves. And to express ourselves, we need to experience the full vastness of being human, so we can feel all emotions, from sadness, grief, to joy and happiness. And that is the beauty of it. And being present allows us to be free, to have choice. When we are self-aware and we don't get so stuck in our, of judging things, we are free. We are free to experience all these different things. And so we are literally stepping into who we truly are by being present in the moment. We are already whole and complete. That is the message I've been receiving, is that we are already whole and complete. And so we are part of the whole as well. And in a way, in previous videos, I have explained that, everything is a reflection of our own inner beliefs, right? So we are expressing ourselves from our own belief system, how we view the world, what our passions are. We express all that into the world, and then the world reflects back to us or matches with us, the vibrations, because we're all energy. So if we're matching with we can match with different things at any time, because we are experiencing all those emotions. And the key is to be present within that, so that we don't get stuck with the ego, because the ego is protecting us and telling us what's right or what's wrong, when there is no right or wrong, right? There is nothing that is either good or bad, because everything is neutral until we give it meaning. So what our purpose is on earth is to experience and allow ourselves to experience the good and the bad, the everything experience, because we came here with that specific reason. We came here with something in mind, why we wanted to experience, or what we wanted to experience, who's helping us to experience exactly that thing. So when things don't work out specifically the way we want to, it doesn't mean we're, you know, we're not complete, we're empty, or we're losing something, because we're never lost. We're always whole and complete. And we're supposed to experience the human journey. And of course there are things that happen that we don't wish. It is our own interpretation of that thing. I feel like there's no specific thing I want to say in this video apart from, you know, we are part of the whole, but we are a piece of the whole expressing itself. That's why we're so unique. God or source or universe has taken a piece of themselves and spread it out. And we are one of those pieces. I think someone else mentioned, somewhere I saw this thing, that we are actually, you know, source's home. And we've been put all the way far, far, far from home so that we can make the journey back home. And it's all about experiencing again and expressing ourselves. So in a way, source spread itself out so it can experience and express itself in so many shapes and forms and different ways of living. That's it. We're being in the present moment and knowing and giving ourselves that self-confidence that we are already whole and complete and nothing can hurt us, because even feeling hurt is an expression of self, because we are acknowledging who we are. And the more we acknowledge and are self-aware, the more we're actually expressing ourselves without putting judgment or blame on ourselves, because that's when we stop ourselves from expressing ourselves, is by saying, oh, we shouldn't be feeling this, or it's someone else's fault. It cannot be someone else's fault, because everyone is you and you are them. So no one, you know, you can't blame other people. We're literally blaming ourselves if we're blaming other people. And so it's allowing ourselves. I think the message here actually is to allow ourselves to be human and to rediscover who we are at the core, so that we can share our gifts and share what truly matters to us, and that all the guidance that we have is within us. Because if God or if source is already, if we are already source and God, then our guidance is already within. And we know how to express ourselves. We just have to listen within to express that. I hope that made sense. And yes, you can contact me on Instagram, where we can have deeper conversations on this topic. And you can follow my personal journey, where I post, you know, how I interact with the world, and hopefully that can inspire you to stand in your truth too. So thank you so much for listening to this video, and see you next time.